Notice me, senpai! Please! Please.
Don't you hate it when you see a game that you really want to play, but it takes way too long to get released, or is constantly delayed months before its launch? That's me currently with new games like the new Suicide Squad, Horizon 2, and Cyberpunk, just to name a few. But one game that I, and basically everyone else, has written off as never going to be released is Yandere Simulator. This freaking game has been in development for 6 whole years, went through many updates with new features, new characters, and yet still feels like it has nothing to offer even if it was released. It took so long, in fact, that other people actually made their own versions of the game by using the same assets as this one, put in all the features presented in the game, and even started to apply a new coat of paint to present it as its own standalone product. And the damnedest thing about it? It took this guy 2 weeks to get everything that Yandere Simulator had. Less than 0.5% the amount of time it took for Yandere Dev to make his game in 6 years. But this video is not about tearing the game apart like everyone else has for the past forever. What we're actually here to talk about is a rap battle that features his signature character, Yandere-chan. And despite making a rap battle about a product that is currently growing in infamy for the past few years, it is a lucrative market that you can't miss out on. This is Yandere-chan versus Monika from Doki Doki Literature Club by Video Game Rap Battles. A battle between a crazy high schooler looking to kill every person that gets in her way to score senpai, and a digital high schooler that likes to turn your PC into a creepypasta story. Cam even managed to get the voice actor of Yandere-chan to do voice work for this very battle. Not gonna lie, that's pretty impressive. Now, the beginning is just Cam talking about his Twitter and how you should go follow him and, all that regular stuff. So we'll just skip that and go straight into the battle.
Video game rap battles!
Oh dear, it's one of those 3D animated battles. Given my last experience with those, I'm a bit worried now.
Player 1, Yandere-chan! Player 2, Monika!
I'm gonna be honest with you, Cam. This is the lamest intro I have seen you do. Nothing screams energetic like a pitch black background with you standing next to the character models that do not look very good. How about creating your own version of a character selection menu from a fighting game? That would have been awesome. Not this low effort crap. But then again, it's just the intro, so I could be wrong.
Piss me off, I bust quick. Now you got the tough chick. Guess the girl that broke her world until it couldn't function.
Nope, I was right. This does not look good. Take a very close look at how Yandere-chan moves, which I can perfectly describe as stiff, unnatural, and unfinished. This one small clip perfectly shows what I am talking about. Nothing feels fluid. There clearly has not been any small tweaks on the animations before the pre-render phase, and it just is not ready to be released.
It's the girl that broke her world until it couldn't function.
Strange. I don't remember her glitches taking me to the Nether Realms.
That's what I call lovesick.
Well, that line has aged well for a number of reasons.
That's what I call lovesick. All that for a crush kid?
Oh, the lighting too. That's another thing. It seems to me that these models are green screened into the render background with its own set of lighting that doesn't match with the backgrounds. You can even see it bounce off the models if you were to zoom in on her head.
On a guy from real life, I saw like, how dare she damn.
Oh, that's great. The camera zoom-ins are back. I sure missed those.
Now I see why your team wouldn't let you near their man.
Okay, stop. I need to do something. Bear with me, but I feel like there's something really wrong with the lines here, so I'm going to play the video in real time to see if I am correct or not. Alright, I'm playing it now. What the hell? That does not match at all with what she just said a few lines ago. It's like she started a new rhyme scheme way too early.
Now I see why your team wouldn't let you near their man.
What kind of medieval nonsense are you spewing now with this sentence? Now I see wherefore thy team wouldn't let thou near thy man.
You delete him and then steal him out their very hand.
Oh, this is another thing I forgot to mention. The lip syncing. I can't tell if it's delayed or just that terribly done, because I swear not one single shot has her accurately speak the words formed from her lips.
With senpai and you will get a grade A step.
Oh shit, when her evil silhouette is T-posing before grabbing you, you know you're fucked.
Final poems being owned by Yandere-chan. And if you want a happy life, I'll educate in my foundation.
This is me when I found out that Yandere dev delayed Osana for the 9 millionth time.
I'll educate in my foundation, sharpen up, I got a knife.
Oh, for God's sakes, look at that shadow. It's casting off the ground. What's more in the back, everyone? That's not how shadows work.
That's gonna end in AA life so I can set the precedent.
What kind of precedent are we talking about? That a crazy Yandere will eliminate all AIs from the world? Now that sounds like an anime I would watch.
Coding cannot slow me from assassinating presidents.
Alright, I know she's talking about school presidents, but I can't help but imagine she's actually talking about assassinating somebody like Joe Biden.
A favor for your player, I'll eliminate you fast. No need to dump your file.
Really? That's the sneaking animation you went with? Ooh, I'm a sneaky T-Rex.
No need to dump your file when your body's in the trash. There cannot be a witness for when I just slaughter you.
Oh man, some of you might not notice it, but the way she walked there looked like this.
Killing all you glitches, no it's not just Monika.
Ah, she said it! She said it!
Don't mind if I chime in, cause
And that is me when I found out that Yandere Simulator's biggest file in the game is a toothbrush.
it appears that you're done. Thanks for showing your cute poem.
Low-key, why does your background look like one of those anime Synthesia videos?
Thanks for showing your cute poem to my literature club. It must be your
Okay, this animation has now become terrifying.
first time from those rhymes that you wrote.
Well, you're not wrong. In more ways than one, at least.
But as the president, I'll help a bit, so here's a few notes. Your content is a flop cause you're stuck on the genre, flowing for the hell of it instead of throwing shots off.
Wow, I could use that clip to describe every bad battle I reviewed over the past 3 years. But don't think you yourself will be free from that critique. We still got a minute left of this battle after all.
I'm completed selling hits, my masterpiece is top notch. You're still in development, forever getting cock blocked.
Would I like to imagine the expression of Yandere Dev's face when he heard that line?
Here is how we're similar, we got a common system. Weren't noticed by our lovers, so we scrapped the competition. But now here is where we're different, cause I made them just mine.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be because one of the games actually got released.
You kill all of the women and still couldn't say hi. I'm in control, I amplify your personality, I'm in your code. But you're already crazy as can be.
This must be what acid feels like.
I won't kill you, I will make it so you never exist. But your game is still unfinished, so I guess you never did.
I feel nothing. You think that those rhymes would hurt me, please?
I don't think you're supposed to put a comma on something that's meant to be a question.
I've seen deeper cuts when I just roll up your sleeve.
Oh yeah, that sure looks deep. If you have bad eyesight, I guess.
I'm sorry around my guy, but Monika's even weaker. She confessed to her love.
Oh, not again. Look at this. It looks like the models meant to be on the wall didn't render into the shot but left their shadows visible. This isn't normal.
I'm sorry around my guy, but Monika's even weaker. She confessed to her love. All he did was delete her.
I'm pretty sure there is a distinct difference between AI only seen on a computer and somebody who's a real person. Well, real in the game.
We both have our flaws, but at least I've learned my ways.
Oh yeah, I only killed like 3 girls, but let bygones be bygones?
It's near 7 years and you still live in vain.
Okay, now you're starting to run the joke into the ground. Enough already.
There won't be no happiness, so I guess I'm done with ya. So I'm ending this with everlasting love, Monika.
Yeah. Insert Infinity War reference here. We're finally done. Well, that was Yandere-chan versus Monika. And it was... For a battle made by video game rap battles, this is really low effort compared to some of his other work on the channel. It feels like this was done from an outside source and not from Cam himself. Hell, I'd believe this isn't even written by him either. Anyways, let's get to the point, starting with the voice acting. I think Michaela and Emmy did a fine job with the rapping, as this type of voice acting isn't something they're used to, though they have an issue with staying on one note no matter what lines they're on, but at least they stay consistent with their flow. The models aren't the best. Clearly they were made for a software called Miku Miku Dance, which, if you know about it, isn't really known for having the most high quality models. A lot of hair clipping happens when 2 characters are close to each other, and the mouth movements don't line up with what they're saying half the time. The lyrics, they're alright. They serve their purpose, albeit with some issues such as them repeating jokes too many times and Yandere-chan's first verse seemingly missing a line in the middle of it all, and they like to brag a lot about themselves, which gets very irritating. And lastly, the animation. It's not good. I'm just gonna say that straight up. This is not good animation. I'm sure Crosspad Castle has done some good work, but this was one hell of a mess. The movements are unnatural and stiff, the lighting is horrible, the visual effects are average at best, and the camera work is lazy. Admittedly, it's very hard to do animation, especially with the resources you're given along with a deadline that comes with it. But that's why I think this battle really should have been live action, because if there's one thing you cannot rush when making a rap battle, it's animation. Either you do it well, or you don't do it at all. Now, some can argue it doesn't really matter if the style of the battle falls flat as long as it's well written, which is true, I won't argue about that. But when you have released something like Mario vs. Sonic, which came out 3 years before this, that had top-notch animation with incredible visual effects to go along with it, this is not what should come out after. My overall rating for this battle is a 5 out of 10. In the end, this is, in my opinion, not one of Cam's best works on the channel. I expected a lot more from him given his size and his resources. But I wouldn't say that this is his worst work either. The worst thing he has done under the VGRB name would have to be... well, I'll save that for another time. Next time, we are going to take a look at 2 of the greatest teams from the comic book industry. Thank you guys for watching, and little life lesson for all of you guys out there, don't stick your dick in crazy. Hello, it is me, Yandere Dev, and I am going to be doing the microwave challenge. I hope you guys enjoy it.